Shalom. Today we are going to be learning how to make tassels or fringes. I like to use the Hebrew word tzitzis. Now let me read to you the passage which is found in the Torah in Bamidbar or Numbers chapter 15. We're going to start in verse 37 and I'll explain it a little bit and then we will move on to learning the basics of a traditional tzitzit. Here's what the scriptures say about the tassels. Again, Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, B'nai Yisrael, tell them to make tassels or tzitzit on the corners of their garments." And let me stop there and just say one thing, that not all translations say corners. It's actually a big argument today, but I believe the proper translation is actually borders. I don't believe they had corners, but on the corners of their garments throughout their generations, and to put a blue thread in the tassels or tzitzis on the borders or corners. And you shall have the tassel, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of Yehovah and do them, and that you not follow the harlotry to which your own heart and your own eyes are inclined, and that you may remember and do all my commandments, and be kadosh, holy, for your Elohim, your God. I, Yehovah, your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your Elohim. I, Yehovah, your Elohim. Just before he gave the command to wear tzitzis, there was a man basically gathering sticks on the Sabbath day. He was working. And so he told them that he needed to be stoned for violating the Sabbath day. So immediately after that, he gave the command to wear the tzitzit so that they remember to keep the commandments. And it's a reminder to keep his commandments, to remember them and to do them. It's kind of the idea of Shema. You hear and obey. So they're actually very important. They help us to remember to do the commandments, but also in our remembering we actually do them. And I think it's particularly important because he says so that we are not to follow the harlotry to which our own heart or our own eyes are inclined. So we have these ideas that, oh, well, I could do this, and we believe that it's, good, they're good intentions, but, if it's not in Scripture, then it's not righteousness. So we're going to get into the specifics and the basics of making a traditional tzitzit. Alright, so your blue thread, you're going to cut at 55 inches. And I want to point out, too, that this is just a single cord. Now the white strands, all three of them, are going to be about 40 inches in length. Now for this particular style of tzitzit, I am using 3... Quit it. No. That's your biggest challenge making tzitzits. They're not hard at all to make, but if you have a cat, no! You're going to have 3 white and then 1 blue. And these are all going to be tied together in a single tzitzit. This is going to make 1 tzitzit. Isn't that awesome? This is actually a wire hanger. I've seen more extravagant works before made. I don't have the money or resources to make something like that, but you typically want it to be kind of like that, and I'll measure this for you. So I measured this. Actually, what I really did was I measured this according to the diameter of the tzitzis I'm wearing, but this comes to about 2 inches. But, people use different things. I've seen this guy use a metal board. I've heard of people using their toes. They just wrap it around their toes. But you see how that works? When I tie this, there we go, it's going to be like that. So if I put the strings around it and I tie it, it'll, right there. Okay? So now that we have our measurements, and I showed you my little, my little creation here, I'm going to explain how we actually start to tie it now. Alright, so you want to have these as even as possible. If at the end they're not completely even, you know, you can get some scissors and just kind of cut them. But I have these running to my little doohickey here. I need to make a name for this. How about the tassel hanger? Yeah. Okay, so what you want to do at this point is you want to pull it, and you're going to make a square knot. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of cross it, and at this point you're going to have all of the strands together. You're going to pull that. Oops, got a little off there. Right there. This is a little challenging. Alright, so you're going to pull them and make sure everything's still straight and even at the end. About right there. Yep. Alright, so now you're going to complete the square knot. Cross them and bring this under. Come on. Alright, now I'm going to try to show you more of a close-up here of what a slip knot looks like. If you grab it, wrap it around 2 fingers, kind of like that, and then you slide your fingers out, grab that, poke it through, kind of like you're going to, go the other way, kind of through like you're going to do a loop. There you have it. That's a slip knot. That's what you want to tie at the end of one side, and you want to leave the other side with the 3 strands and the 1 blue, which is over here. Alright, now this next part, you're going to grab the blue strand over here and separate it. You're going to grab all of this, hold it out, and you're going to wrap it around your middle finger. Actually, you need to be a little bit closer. That'll work. What you're going to do is you're going to grab... Oh, wait, I skipped a step. I'm going to twist this around some. You just want to twist it, is all. And then wrap it around your finger. I'm using my middle finger here. Now you grab this, you bring it up and over your finger, then down and around until it looks like that. And you pull it tight. Now I've done it twice so far. Now let me explain one thing. Again, this isn't commanded. That's why I call this a traditional tzitzit. There's 3. Is because in Hebrew, you know, the letters have numeric value. So, here's 4. I'm going to tie this, like what I'm doing right here, 10 times. And that will be the numeric value for the letter Yod. There's 5. And there's 10. And you can let go. Now I'll go ahead and explain. There's 10, and you're going to unravel this. The name of the Creator, the Almighty, is spelled Yod-He Vav-He. The numerical value of those letters is Yod is 10, and the He is 5, and the Vav is 6, and then the last He again is 5. So that's why this is traditional. It's not commanded, but it is interesting to do. It makes it a little bit more personal. So what you have is 10. We're going to do another square knot, then 5 square knot, 6 square knot, 5. And that will be in numerical value Yod, He, Vav, He, Yehovah. That's how I like to pronounce his name. But once you've done it 10 times, like I just showed you, you're going to tie another square knot. Come on now, there we go. A little bit faster probably if I didn't have the camera on me, because I'm like trying to make this work. Okay, yeah, so you pull it tight like that, and you're going to bring it around again and complete the square knot. And there you have it. So now again, pull the strand out, twist this up again, wrap it around your middle finger, and just hold your finger out, up, underneath, and pull that tight. And you just do this. Now we're on the hay part, so the hay's value is 5. So there's 2, and that is 5. So we unravel it, pull them tight, cross them. There's the first part, pull it tight. You're going to cross them again. I'm probably not doing this as professional as one might usually do, but this is my tassel. So now we do it again. Now Yod, Hey, so next comes Vav, which the numerical value is 6. Twist them up. It's just the same thing over and over. Once you've done it once, you've done it once. But you've done it a million times. Now what do we do? Well, what we are going to do is we're going to complete this by doing a final square knot. Just to tie everything up. And let me clarify one thing here. You got your blue strand, and then you're going to have 3 white on this side. Okay, there's your 3 white. All on one side. Pull it straight, and come on. Alright, there's the one. And the final to complete it. There's your Tzitzit, but you have all this excess stuff. Now a lot of people just kind of pull it to, and I'm just going to fold it from here up to here. And we're going to cut it right there. A little off, but that's okay. Really, that's it. That's your Tzitzit. That's your tassel. Now let's compare it to one I bought online. Actually, the Tzitzits I've been wearing are from Passion for Truth. Looks pretty dead on, man. Not dead, but I can tell they were a little bit more loose with theirs right here. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that they said that Jim Staley, he's the pastor for Passion for Truth, his daughter, I think, makes these. I don't know how old she is, but I mean, again, it doesn't have to look just like theirs, you know, and in fact, you really don't have to do the Yod Hey Vav Hey tying, but you gotta admit, it looks really nice. And that's sorry for the glare. That's my instructional video on how to make Tzitzit. And there's no age restriction on Tzitzits. Let me go ahead and specify this, because a lot of people ask about this. Are women allowed to wear Tzitzits? Yeah. There's no gender specification. There's no age specification. It says the children of Israel, B'nai Yisrael. That includes men, women, children. You know, you're allowed to wear them. Women, okay? So that's the clarification on that. If you want to go research this yourself, Bamidbar, Numbers, chapter 15. And you know, I want to point out one thing. When I first started wearing tzitzit, like I said, I bought mine from Passion for Truth, because at the time I didn't know, how to make tzitzits. As you could probably tell from the comparison, the other ones, they're pretty discolored, because I've been wearing them for so long, and I've never washed them. Honestly, it's because I'm a little weary. I'm a little leery or nervous that I might mess them up. So I went to the store and I just bought some 100% cotton, because Scripture talks about not mixing certain types of fabrics and stuff. So be on the safe side, I made used 100% cotton. But the reason I wanted to make it, and this could just be a minor detail, I don't really know. But Scripture says, "Tell the children of Israel to make tassels for themselves." And I wanted to obey that and just make my own. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong if you want to buy some. I don't see that as a problem whatsoever, to be honest with you. But if you want to make your own, you can wear them and say, sort of like you made your own clothing. You made your own tassels. And I'm wearing a tassel I made myself, man. I mean, that's cool. Doesn't get any better than that, in my opinion. I made my own tassels. These are mine. And I dedicate them to Torah in the name of Jehovah. And I dedicate myself, therefore, by wearing them to remembering and obeying the commands of the Almighty. Shalom.